much the thing you should always take on Ezreal, just because it's easy and seamless to proc. And since actually his early game curve matters a lot on those early procs, like an extra 150, 200 means that you just get a tier an entire extra wave. I think that's pretty important. Yeah, I just don't know how... I don't know how, like, there's that many stupid people that genuinely, like genuinely support and think that, like, the way Hashinshin thinks about the game is, like, a real thing. It's super troll. I can start running to this to make sure that nobody dies. You think Janet is good with another mage in bot lane? Nah. No, I don't. Her primary design is to give a shield that gives bonus AD. That's like her strength. And like peel for people. Most mages don't really need or value that. Opinion on Doublelift, the double video about the game constantly changing. I think that every 2 weeks it's fine to have a patch, but you can't have... Okay, here's the problem, right? If you don't talk about patches before 8.11 with this stupid-ass scuttle change and AD carry overhaul, the patches every 2 week work. They're actually fine. They're usually minor tweaks, maybe some adjustments to some numbers, with like maybe an introduction of like a new champion they're working on or something, right? But after 8.11, there's been too many patches that are like basically treated like entire preseason overhauls, and that's the problem. I also do agree that I think reworks are dumb. I think I've never understood the concept of a rework. Like, if you can just rework it, why don't you just make it... If you can, like, do a different thing with a champion, why don't you just make a new champion? See, because if you told me every time that it was just a new champion, then, be like, whatever. That way people don't actually have to feel bad if they invest in a champion, then, and then it gets like, you know what I mean? Like, if it gets reworked, then it's just like, alright, well, that's fucked. But if it's a new champion, then it's fine, right? So yeah, like, I agreed with some of it, but I only agree with the patch thing if you think of 8.11. I think in most cases it just needs to not have so many... Oh, I can't stop him from dying. I literally just had 2 people flash and ignite on a guy DC'd walking away. Damn, that's pretty lame. But do I agree? I don't agree with the buffs and, like, always buff things, because there are champions that are just egregious in the game. Like, their power in general is just, it's too much. Should walk up and try and tank that at the same time so the turret shot will go off. Wow, I actually can't believe I didn't hit him with that E. Well, it sucks. From inting junglers to DC teammates. At least we're getting kills somewhere else, though. Get some damage here. I don't really know how long I can defend this turret, though. I'm pretty low on mana. So yeah, I mean, the thing that I really liked about it was just I felt like for the first time in a really long time, someone who was actually popular actually leveraged their popularity to command a voice on something, even if, like, you don't agree with it. I think one of the things that I have really appreciated is the level of discussion that has been occurring because of things like that video, and I think that's good. I had this ADC, and he DC'd for 3 minutes and then came back. Why didn't you warn me about it? Also, fuck this guy then. Why the fuck is this idiot queuing up if he knows that he's gonna DC over and over again? What a piece of shit. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I actually responded to there's a chat thread for it. I responded to Voyboy's thing about it. I disagreed heavily with something that he said that was I thought was very wrong, though, which was he says that everyone's a whiny bitch, and he says that blaming the meta is not a good reason, even though I genuinely believe that the meta is exactly why people are whiny bitches right now and give up on games, because you feel trapped in a game that you know is already over, because that's what Riot has done. Riot has made games faster. So yeah, that was one thing that I heavily disagreed with. That he talked about. Hey guys, I haven't been laning with a teammate in like a good, 5 minutes. So, I actually don't think my teammates realize that. Wow. When did I ping this shit? Yeah, I've got another minute. Alright, we'll just get our boots and our dark seal right here. That way I have some kind of mana. Yeah, I feel like that kind of shit. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but like I feel like that's some of the shittiest things you can do as a person. You literally queue up, you know you will DC. You've been DCing the entire time, and you know that it will cause problems for the rest of your team. And you just queue up anyway because it doesn't matter to you what you do to what you do to other people is basically how I view it. I don't like that. Alright, well, everywhere else is winning, so we'll just try to play safe right now. I have a lot of long range spells that I can dump on people over and over again, so we'll be okay for the time being. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, everyone else is winning. Might be able to hit a root here. I was seeing if he'd go too hard on it. Wow, these guys just run forward the entire time. They're crazy. Just want to constantly feed him shields. Make it a lot harder for him to get harassed. I just want to cast spells and run away. I do not really want to fight. As long as I can W most of the poke damage and work towards my mana flow bend, I think I'll be okay for the time being. I should just use my barrier here. I don't need to use flash. Since most of the damage already went on the on my AD. I can't really be up at all. I think that was inevitable that we were gonna lose that turret anyway. We're not getting any help, and my teammate's been DC'd, so that's just gonna be how it has to be. I'm not gonna focus on pen this game, so I'm just gonna start working towards whatever it's called, my lost chapter. I'm I'm gonna run over to him. Maybe I can get some. Maybe I can get a gank through the lane or something like that. They end up fighting. You think first time in champions and rank should be bannable? No, no, I don't really care. I think in most cases, banning people doesn't really seem to get, like, doesn't seem to fix, like, a lot of the problems. I think what you really want is you want, like, you want to encourage people to, like, try hard and, like, win and shit like that. I think it just needs to be more rewarding to climb. I'm just waiting for the minion to get low, and I knew that he was going to dash to the minion, so I just waited and shot my root. I have no way. I have no way to help him. Actually, I can kind of help him. I can feed him a shield and let him keep cutting backwards. Unfortunately, I've caught so much farm that my spell thieves is a little bit of lacking. Fortunately, everyone else on my team is just better, so I'm at an advantage, even though I've been dealt a bad hand. I'm gonna walk over to this. He might be able to ult and just go on them, right? Make sure there's nowhere here. Oh, is he really gonna channel back? Maybe I commit my ultimate to this? Let's just dump my E right here and just let it slow down the minions as best I can. Just try to get my E on cooldown. Yeah, almost like hilariously, like I just can't finish my spell thieves quest because of that. I'm gonna pretend like I left. Yeah, I should pretend like I left and stand right here, and maybe I can get a root over the wall. Oh, don't look like they're gonna pressure the turret. This is a good time for me to reset then. All right, the question is do I need a Zhonya's? I think the answer to that's probably no, actually, but we'll see. I guess right now I get my lost chapter anyway, so I don't need to really worry about it, because it's like Ludens plus Spell Thieves is my 30%, so it's just trying to decide whether or not I want Lucidity Boots or if I want something else. Unfortunately, like my concerns about competitiveness in solo queue and like how chat would care about competitiveness in solo queue just don't align either. Cause like, you know what I mean? I'm a challenger player, so in that case, I only really care about masters like plus, whereas other people, for the most part, don't really care about masters plus. They care about lower stuff. I was surprised he went on me, and then I was more surprised that my team just kind of stared at me. Maybe I can hit a root here. Alright, cool. We did it. We finished the Spell Thieves quest in 13 minutes in. Holy shit. What a miserable experience that was. But now our Spell Thieves want to go on cooldown when we last hit minions, so we're okay. That never needed to be a thing in the game, too. Had there just not been the option to buy GP10 items on non-support champions. Alright, well, my Ezreal's only died once. He only died once, and that was when he DC'd, so I'll take the victory, honestly. So far, this game has been manageable. I just now noticed you had a Pantheon. Well, for the most part, I haven't really interacted with my jungler at all. He just stayed away from my lane like the plague. Although I can't really blame him since I had a fucking DC'd AD carry. And he was getting shit done. See, that's the thing. That's always the distinguishable thing for me, is I don't care if I don't get help, but I need somewhere to, like, you know what I mean? I need something happening somewhere that actually matters. Just using my ultimate there to make sure that he has to flash away so he can't drain is like more than enough damage. So that works. They have mostly squishy champions that aren't going to build magic resist. I think it's probably better if I just get sorcery shoes and then get a Zonia second. I think one of the things that's kind of nice about Lux that you can't recreate on something like maybe even Zyra or Morgana is the AoE shield. Which might mean that this champion's like kind of sleeper OP. I think it's sleeper OP with mages bottom lane, but I'm not really convinced otherwise. Should put an E right there just to try and keep him out. Well. What can I do there? Not really too much. Other than not walk up in the first place, obviously. Alright, well, they're all like focused on mid, and we've got a Trinimir just chopping down turrets, so go my great lumberjack. Oof. Not the greatest W. Alrighty. Well, they definitely got that. I can start walking to this, but I'm pretty late. I don't think they'll even fight. I think my best bet is to just run down mid and get pushed. Maybe we can get something done there. What is your win condition for this game? Randomly pick people. Let the Trinimir split push happen. Yikes. Yeah, like, both my solo laners are split push champions that are multiple levels ahead. It's in my best interest to just make sure that I don't kill myself, wave clear, and just like buy time for them. It unfortunately sucks that I do not have ult. I also don't know how to possess that guy to walk up and do that, but that's borderline inting for sure. Need to make sure I don't get hit by another book. Just try to get poke wherever I can. If I can't get it, it's not a big deal. I've got relatively short cooldowns now, and I don't really have the same mana constraints I was working with before. I was trying to feed him a shield. I can also, fortunately, since I don't have mana constraints, just dump spells on the wave, which helps Ezreal push it out. Because he's actually like a pretty dog shit pusher. There's a pink in here, or there was a pink in here for a while. Mostly just trying to get control of the bottom side right now. See if there's anything going on here. Put an ult through there. Get them pretty low. Even if I don't kill anyone. It deters them. Okay, I guess they're not going to keep pushing. Ludens helps my wave clear. I value it a little bit more in the CDR. I don't care as much about doing damage yet. I'm gonna get Sorcerer Shoes and then probably an Oblivion Orb before I start working on Zonias, because I don't actually feel like I get jumped on very often. What's your opinion on mobility creep in the game? I mean, the game is pretty cancerous at this point in time compared to original designs. That's why it's always funny when everyone's like, me skill expression, point and click, lol. It's like, well, no shit, there's point and click. Because you have 7 dashes, I can't hit you with a skill shot. Like literally most of the champions you play against nowadays, they all have a way to dash or like appear somewhere else or something like problematic. It's so it's like so difficult to deal with. It's like, oh, you lane against Lucian? I literally just say like Lucian is just immune to skill shots. Like, okay, this is a problem because I don't actually know if that guy. Yeah, see, I don't know if that guy's like trying to ult over the wall. Like when I lane against Lucian, I'm just like, well, I can't play a skill shot champion because if I play a skill shot champion, he will always dash it. And the only way for me to do it is to like air quote outplay it by like literally just walking up and dice rolling my whole lane, hoping that I guess what direction someone like dashes. Can't say I'm too big of a fan of that play, but I guess it gets results, so whatever works. Should be running now. Goodbye. Yeah, I think Lux is my champion. It feels good to play this champion, like a lot more than I had anticipated. Alright, well, not everyone gets out. Damn, that was really bad that I missed that. Oh, wait. My mouse broke. Fuck my life, dude. God damn it. How did I miss that wall? I have no idea how I missed that wall. Yeah, I don't know. It makes it really not... It makes, like, League of Legends really not fun for me because... like, a lot of supports are just, like, line skill shot CC champions. And then everyone's just like, oh, you're so sick at it. And it's just like... I mean, you literally just dice rolling. Please Pantheon ult that. Why didn't he just press R? Where was your R that whole time? And I literally had a Zed farming right here. Maybe I should have pinged it or something. I don't know. That's super troll though. My teammates could have easily stopped that. I should just stand here and look for a pick. Yeah, we're still like pretty far ahead. Losing Baron kind of sucks though, because it does give them a way back into the game. I don't really want to go too crazy through that corridor. I think that's an easy one to run it down. Oh, I thought that hit too. Fuck, that was so bad. Okay, well, at least I hit the root. He can't catch him. That's fine, though. That's, like, the majority of their Baron buff. I'll take it. You gotta take the small victories sometimes. I have Oblivion Orb now, thanks to the shutdown gold. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason to go items like Arden anymore. I think damage is king. Damage is king in League right now. That's why I don't really like a lot of the game state, because it's, in my opinion, I don't feel like it's innovation. It's just lack of restriction, because like there's no strategical element or like team compositions or understanding win conditions or anything like that. If you just kill people, you win the game, and because of that, it makes games kind of stupid. I'm just trying to clear as much of the wave as I can, so that's harder for them to siege. Actually, a lot of our clear, which is kind of funny to say. Can get a root on that. Yeah, it is Zonia's. I probably should have checked that. However, that did buy us a lot of time and a lot of split pushing. Yeah, that guy doesn't have Zonia's anymore. Perfect. Probably should have played for the inhibitor instead of going too hard on him. I shouldn't have actually used all my spells right there. That was dumb of me. Goodbye. Oh, another Zonia's, huh? Can put an E down here. Just keep pushing forward. I have a better chance of surviving if I group with my teammates than if I don't. I want to tank this because I want to protect the minion. Good luck. You've been bamboozled. We should be able to get this too. How do we let with two people right there him channel that? That was so weird. Whatever. I guess I just finished the Morels. It's pretty good. Like, they have a decent amount of champions that heal a lot. That was a good fight. He's 100% dead. Maybe Bansheesville actually sounds a lot better to me than Azonius. If I have like good positioning, then Bansheesville can cause a lot more havoc on the enemy team than Azonius, and that'll cover my CDR. I might also just operate with 30% because I want to get a Death Cap and Void Staff as my other two item slots. Huh. I don't have like a good way to make it over to that. I'd probably just let him die. I'll put a shield on him after that. I thought I would need the ult damage. I don't have a way to get into there with my E. Kind of just have to chill right now. I want to make sure that I keep the pushed in though. Definitely don't want to walk up right now. That sucks. I wanted to put that pink ward down there just so I could know if someone was trying to sneak up on me. That sucks. Mostly just trying to keep the Kha'Zix zoned away from the Baron. Their jungler literally just walked away. Oh, now I can't go on it anymore. I think we wasted too much time on a lot of things. You can just keep fishing. Should just run for our lives right now. We have inhibitor pressure right now. It's not actually worth me stepping up and trying to get any pressure going. Okay, time to resweep this. wasn't able to get him. Looks like he's just sitting in that brush. I don't actually know if, like, he has a ward here. That makes me uncomfortable. I should just start walking over to this fight. That's what Kha'Zix is doing. Okay, well, that sucks. He smurfed on me with his Zonias. Keep forgetting that item in general. It's super hard for me to play around because I'm not used to my damage being like a zone-usable issue. They're all collapse on him. I'm gonna end up having to probably stall a Baron. Can already see that happening. I think Death Cap is more important to me than a Void Staff. I'd rather have bonus AP since I've been investing in the shield a lot. Does everyone have Zhonya's on their team? Their bot lane does. Could easily lose this game. One or two more bad fights, lose another Baron, their inhibitors respawn. Yep, there they come up. Nice, Zed got a pick. But yeah, I mean, we've lost all of our Baron pressures, or we've lost all our inhibitor pressure, so that is one thing to note. I feel like this gets turned into a 50-50, but maybe if it's a 50-50 and we kill one or two people, then we'll be okay anyway. Just make sure I shield him and then keep getting backwards. Should be able to get that guy's flash. I'd rather dump the ult and then fail the ult than potentially have him survive. I have Morellos now, so it's like pretty easy for me to kill this guy. Like I can actually burn him down with my AD carry next to me. Just gotta keep feeding shields to people. Pretty easy end now. I have no idea where the early is actually. Should 100% end. That should be a pretty easy end off that. Just make sure that I put a bunch of damage into him. Okay, looks like my Tremere is trolling. They're all dead again. So we're Gucci. They'd use a lot of resources to kill my AD carry, so that's fine. My name is Derek Abrams. My pocket pick is Lux.